Hey, what is going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life and the crazy life that is a digital asset space. Happy Monday. Listen, the market is doing what the market does. Matt Hamilton is in the. Oh my goodness. The dude won't let it go. He reminds me of, again, I mentioned this in reference to Mr. Hamilton and Mr. Bob Way. A lot of times they're just so smart. Back there, you know what? A lot of times they're just so smart. Look, if one of them was just willing to say, this makes no sense to me, then we can have an intelligent conversation, right? But when you say this makes no sense, you're coming from a place where you think you know everything. And how can we have a back and forth conversation if you're starting from that basis, right? That's the challenge. So he was on with this. He was in a thread with Mr. Intuitive and Molly Elmore. This is Matt Hamilton was, and I made a comment in there about that, and I just flat out told him, look, unless you're willing to say, come from a different place other than the place of I know everything, it ain't gonna work, right? It's just not gonna work. It's just not going to work, right? Just kind of the way it is. It ain't gonna work. Then I shared another thing. I'll share the other tweet, what I shared with you guys. But Flare, listen, let's get to some more constructive stuff like the Flare launch is imminent, just hours away to the not the Flare launch, the token distribution event. The TDE is just hours away, right? It's just hours away. Can't wait to see how that is going to go. Cannot wait to see how that is going to go. Just hours away. We'll get into that. We're going to get into the market because it's doing what it does. We're going to learn a little bit about Songbird and what's the real purpose behind it, and how I'm saying I believe it's going to be the game changer network in 2023. I firmly believe it. The most exciting thing, though, is we're in a position in both Flare Network and Songbird Network, the Canary Network for Flare. We're in a position that I believe in 3 to 4 years to set up material wealth. If you can have a long-term basis, if you can have a long-term mindset, right? 3 years, I get it, crypto can be long, but think about how long we've been in this bear market. If you can have that 3 to 4 year time horizon and read books like the Bitcoin Standard so you can understand what that is even about, I believe the Songbird Network, which is the Canary Network, Flare Networks, those two networks together can change your life financially. I believe that 10,000%. I really, truly do believe this. So let's get into a couple of things. Oh, by the way, Hugo, we're going to cover this as well. Hugo Filion confirmed what I have been telling the Celsius XRP account holders for a while now, for about a week now. He confirmed it in a video interview for Twitter Spaces with XRP Jenna. We're going to share that with you guys as well. So listen, guys, this is your XRP Ripple daily news in around 0 to 10 minutes. That's right. I've been on Songbird. I've been checking them out, checking the prices, re-establishing positions, just accumulating, as they like to say, in the space. That's not financial advice. That's what the Crypto Siege is doing. Make sure that whatever you do, it is based upon you getting to your own conclusions after doing your own due diligence and research. Look, CoinGecko says that the total cryptocurrency market cap is at 883 billion. The Bitcoin dominance is at 37.6%. Bitcoin is trading at $17,222. Ethereum is trading at $1,318. XRP is trading at 35 cents. Yeah, double figure greens on the 7-day. You bet. Yeah, you bet. You bet. You bet. But what does it really mean if we're down from over 3 trillion at one time? What does it really mean? Swing traders are doing some stuff. I mean, Cardano up 24%, trading at 31 cents on the 7-day. Matic token It's up 10%, trading at 84%. Solana's up 62% on the 7-day, trading at $16. Someone's trying to make that market move. Ethereum Classic's up 27%. My poor Ethereum Classic is locked up and sells its network. Haircut, 50% is gone. The Lido Dow is up 73% on a 7-day. Good night. Up to trading at $1.87. Interesting times. So Doug will figure Hedera hash graph is up 15% on the 7-day. Swing traders are in heaven. Sandbox up 33% on the 7-day. Swing traders are in heaven. So let's cover this tweet here. Let's just go over this. Yeah, I want to end with the good news. I'm gonna cover first the madness. The madness. Mr. Intuitive, for all asking about Valhill Capital, why wouldn't they just buy it now for 30 cents? Now the Crypto Siege has covered this. Zach Rector has covered this, and some other people have covered it. Maybe one or two others have covered this in the community. We got others in the community who just, they just can't wrap their head around it. And that's okay. You can't get everything. You can't wrap your brain around everything. It's okay. And it's okay if you and I disagree. My mentor used to say, if you and I agree on everything, then one of us isn't needed. So it's okay. So he says, why wouldn't they just buy it now for 30 cents? Answer, is there even enough on exchanges to buy what they need? Yes, Ripple has 7 billion. Cool. C, it's okay to speculate. And Molly added D, they can't because it would be fraud, right? So Jimmy Valley, again, educated people on fraud and inducement. Now, Matt Hamilton doesn't live in the lane of mergers and acquisitions and corporate securities. I promise you, he has no clue about fraud and the inducement. Matt Hamilton has no idea that right now people are buying XRP for more than 30-something cents. And let me say that again. Right now, people are buying XRP for more than the current price on CoinGecko. Matt Hamilton, because he doesn't want to take the time to figure it out, doesn't know or understand, doesn't know that Jimmy Valley and other smart people like themselves entered into agreements for the exchange of XRP more than the current all-time high on CoinGecko. Because Matt doesn't live in that lane. He doesn't understand that. Sometimes these coders and people who work on code and all this stuff, they think they're smarter than everyone else. That's dangerous. Because what ends up happening is you think you're so sleek and smart that you just end up sounding very stupid. Very stupid. But he doesn't operate in those lanes. He doesn't know. You don't see Jimmy Valley coming on here and telling people how to code on the XRP ledger and how coding on the ledger could be done better. You don't see him coming in here and saying, well, this Hooks Amendment is garbage. Right? Federated sidechains, what in the wide world? That makes no sense to me. You don't hear Jimmy Valley saying dumb stuff like that. Anyhow, so Molly says here, D, that they can't because it would be fraud. Matt Hamilton says, how does the BIPAP proposal change that in any way? And then he begins to tell people what the fair market value is. He says that the fair market value is the value the market will pay, not what is written in some proposal. That, my friends, is one of the dumbest things ever said in the history of dumb. That's not what the fair market value is. But he doesn't know. So you got to extend the dude like this some grace because he doesn't know. Right? Like he doesn't know. He doesn't operate in those lanes. So the Crypto Siege is extending him grace in a way I'm not going to go through all his nonsense and his reasoning because it makes zero sense, but he doesn't know. And until he's smart enough to say, this doesn't make sense to me, then you can't have an intelligent conversation with a dude like that. He hasn't said once, help me to understand this at all. He's just operating from negative. So I said, you know, and the crypto CGIS way of extending grace, I said, well, at least Matt Hamilton is no longer calling people grifters and scammers. I mean, that's a start, right? Got to give some grace. You got to give some props where props are due. At least he's moved on from that. Blair airdrop finally happening in less than 24 hours to eligible XRP holders. How about that? About 5:59 Central Time for those who were asking. And speaking of eligible XRP holders, let me share with the community what I wanted to share. I finally got a chance to share here. This is a live tune-up with Hugo Filion. It was done by Jenna X in a Twitter Spaces. Thanks for taking the time to get this on your YouTube channel, Jenna X there. Take a listen to this.
That's how it works.
Okay, another one about that. What if the snapshot happened on Celsius or one of the insolvent networks?
Sorry?
What if the what if the snapshot happened
if you're
on Celsius?
I mean, you might be bugged. I don't know. I wish I had more information on this. I spoke to Celsius about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago. They said that they think they will be able to get the court to approve them to directly to
the court to approve, right? So remember I shared with you guys this document from the court. Do I still have that up? Yeah, here it is, right? Oh, here it is right here. This is from the court. Remember, notice of hearing on debtor's motion for entry of an order authorizing the debtors to credit flare tokens to eligible account holders. United States Bankruptcy Court, Southern District of New York, in reference to Celsius Network. Notice of hearing on the debtor's motion, which is Celsius Network and the subsidiaries, for entry of an order authorizing the debtors to credit flare tokens to eligible account holders. Now, this hearing is to be held on January 24th of 2023 at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Now, we're all going to be sure to tune in to that to see how this hearing goes, but this is what Hugo was talking about.
The people it should have been distributed to, but that's not guaranteed, but they are petitioning the court for that. And I said, cool, as soon as you get a yes from the court, we can distribute the flare to you. We haven't distributed the flare to them as yet. We don't want it to end up just going to anyone.
So there it is there. He's not going to release it if they don't get the approval on it. So the court hearing will kind of determine whether or not whether or not they can kind of get that to go or work. So that's the word from Hugo Filion. He said in an interview he wasn't going to release it unless there was a certainty that they were going to, Celsius Net was going to get that to the XRP holders. And this flare, again, this order has in here an agreement reached from Flare Networks and Celsius. It's something called the Flare Grant, which I think is very, very interesting. It says relief requested. The debtors seek entry of an order substantially in the form attached here 2 as Exhibit A, authorizing the debtors to credit flare tokens to eligible customers. Eligible customers' accounts that held XRP tokens on the debtors' platform as of the XRP snapshot. Then it goes on and blah, 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 blah. Now, here's the deal again that I want you guys to just kind of get for yourself. Here it is right here. The debtors are party to a grant agreement. The debtors are party to a grant agreement with Flare. Attached to it too is Exhibit C, whereby the debtors are to credit approximately 250 million Flare. This is the grant agreement, the Flare agreement, where the debtors are to credit approximately 250 million Flare tokens to Celsius customers' accounts holding XRP tokens in exchange for a grant of 150 million Flare tokens directly to the debtors. This is why, in my opinion, Celsius Network agreed to do a thing. Now, Hugo doesn't mention this new agreement. He just says what Flare is going to do, and the courts, I mean, not Flare, Celsius was going to go to the courts, doesn't know is it going to be approved or not, and no one knows. Pursuant to the Flare agreement, Flare will distribute the Flare tokens based on a snapshot of all Celsius account customers, XRP token holders taken on December 12th, and the distribution scheme as specified in the agreement. Thus, those customers on Celsius platform who held XRP tokens in their earn accounts of the XRP snapshot in December 12th of 2020 are eligible to receive the Flare tokens. So there it is. And again, I believe personally, this Flare grant thing that they're calling, there's a Flare agreement, and then there is a Flare grant where if Celsius gets the Flare to the XRP account holders, then Flare is not only going to distribute their Flare, they're going to give 150 million Flare tokens to the debtors, which is Celsius Network. There it is, January 24th, big day for us. All right, guys, listen, this wraps up your XRP Ripple daily news in around 0 to 10 minutes. I hope that it has been of value to you. If it has, do me a favor, hit that like button. And please consider subscribing to the channel. We got to break the shadow ban on this channel because we speak the truth about BlackRock. So if you enjoyed the hangout, please consider subscribing to the channel, ringing that notification bell so you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this video like I do all of my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather that we remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating, or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it.